All right, are you ready for some aliens?
Yeah.
All right, it's alien time, and then hopefully we'll have Big Willie here do some ducks, take a little music break, do some more Ferengi, do that weirdo Rocco Burrow, and then call it a fucking day. Ready?
Cool,
Here we go.
cool.
Aliens, aliens. And please, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Hit that like button. Hip thrust it. Put your wiener in the like button. Well, put your button on the button for the ladies. All right, we have 2 episodes of Aliens left before Hackride and the Demon take our slumber and hibernation for a month. So, meet Tim Gallaudet, an oceanographer who's worked with NASA and has had several direct experiences with USOs. Those are unidentified submersible objects. They're the same things flying in the sky, they're flying in the water. Goddamn. Here we go.
Well, I'm totally convinced that we're experiencing a non-human higher intelligence. By the way, there's non-human intelligence all around in the ocean, especially when you look at marine mammals like whales and all that. But this is non-human higher intelligence, and they, of course, are possessing craft, vehicles, whatever can do things we can't explain, and with technology we can't explain, and with laws of physics that are not what we know them to be, obviously. So, and I am completely convinced because I know the people who were in the government programs, the legacy programs that oversaw both the crash retrieval and just the analysis of UAP data. So I'm very confident in these people, former intelligence, former DoD, and we are working as a team behind the scenes to advance disclosure, a controlled disclosure, mind you, as was put forth in the Schumer Amendment.
Yes, controlled disclosure. Get used to that phrase. Yes, because think about a room of 20 human beings. Just a random sampling of 20 human beings. In that room, there's going to be someone who, yes, they're nice, look at the human beings. There's going to be one that can't handle it. And you got to account for them because they can ruin it for everyone. We've all seen The Mist. It's the Mist theory. You have a crazy religious lady, you can ruin for everyone. Yes. And so now, a little David Grush. We know him as the whistleblower that has sort of brought this all to everyone's attention and now works for Congress. Yes, he got a job working for Congress. So that will be fun. But here's what he was talking about with Tucker Carlson about the bureaucracy of alien parts, of actual metamaterials.
I should go to DIA's website and read this, but the paperwork included this very odd request from Senator Harry Reid. He sent a letter to the Deputy Secretary of Defense asking for something called a Provisional Special Access Program, or PSAP. I've never seen in my career a member of Congress ask the Department of Defense to develop a very classified program. Usually it's the reverse, right? Congress wants more transparency and declassification. I'm like, this is very odd. I don't know what's going on here. Why is Harry Reid saying that the OSAP program...
Harry Reid was the majority in the Senate at the time he did all this alien. So it was like the third most powerful man in the country.
Found some...
Who always seems to be in charge of this, because Dick Cheney was at a certain point when he was third man in charge. Rumsfeld. It seems to be they put the third man in charge of the alien
thing. They needed to develop this provisional special access program that is waived and bigoted, which is the most serious of SAPs. Waived means it's limited congressionally reported. That's 10 U.S. Code Section 119. And bigoted meaning it's like by name. And there was a list of individuals that needed to be briefed. Of course, Senator Reid, Inouye, and a couple, members of Gang of Eight wanted to be on it. And so I asked people that both worked on that program, but also people that were tangential to it that worked in certain intelligence agencies. Like, so what was this about? Well, a certain clear defense contractor wanted to transfer some of their material holdings.
Yes, we know what those are. Ships.
to DIA for our program. It was all crash retrieval material. And this was a way to horizontally protect, as we call it, that information and that physical material from a certain other government program and custodian that lent that contractor material in the past. And I was like, wait, are you saying we have UFO material? That's crazy. Like, are you sure it's UFO material? Like, this isn't like we went and got a wreckage of a Russian bomber and it just happened to be weird or something like that. And no, they were dead serious. So,
and what?
Yes. And that man was the whistleblower. So he heard all this, then he came forward, and now he works for Congress in what we're calling the NHI committee. They want the UAP committee. It has to be. It has to do with intelligence, non-human intelligence. They're like whales. No, we're not talking like what he said at the beginning. Super intelligent. Is this going to be an election issue? I think it will.
Aliens exist and President Trump knows about it. That's according to Israel's former space security chief in an
There's space security chief in the second or third biggest army on this planet. Think about that.
interview with an Israeli newspaper. He said the aliens have been waiting until today for humanity to develop and reach a stage where we will understand in general what space and spaceships are. NBC News chief global correspondent Bill Neely explains this one.
Hi, Alison. Well, this is quite a story, and it comes from the man who headed Israel's space security program for nearly 30 years, Chaim Eshed.
Only for 3 decades in a country that values security over everything. I'm sure he didn't know anything.
Is making the extraordinary claim that the United States and Israel have been in contact with a group of aliens for years, not immigrants, but extraterrestrials. He has called them the Galactic Federation of Aliens, and he says President Trump is aware of the existence of these aliens and had been on the verge of revealing their secrets, he claims, but was asked not to do so by the Federation in order to prevent what he calls mass hysteria. Well, the retired general says the US and Israel have kept it from the public because, quotes, humanity isn't ready and the aliens don't want to reveal themselves until humanity can evolve, he says, and understand what space really is. Well, the good news is that he claims an agreement has been reached between the US government and the aliens, a contract to do experiments here. There's also, he says, a secret underground base on Mars where there are American and alien representatives. Now, this former head of a branch of Israel's defense ministry is 87. He was very well respected, at least until now. And he said all this in an interview with an Israeli newspaper in Hebrew, but it's really taken off after parts of it were published in English by the Jerusalem Post today. He says he's come forward now in the hope that his news will be accepted as true. He notes that if he'd made these claims 5 years ago, he would have been hospitalized, but now he says, I've got nothing to lose. Well, so far,
I believe you.
President Trump has not tweeted about this, though remember a year ago he did set up the Space Force as the 5th branch of the US Armed Forces. Well, we did ask the White House, the Department of Defense and Israeli officials to comment. So far, they have not responded to the NBC News request, and I wonder if they ever will.
That's crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is at the highest levels of power being talked about, whether it's real or not. It's a story either way. If they're not real, we have people talking about it and making up fairy tales. If it is real, well, they laugh at our hair.
This issue, this kind of Oriental vision that everything is perfect.
This is Danny Sheehan, a legend in the UFO community with weird hair. He's talking big picture idea thing. Listen up.
Could also include the elimination of the human species. May well be perfectly okay. That there's no doubt that our Western view places an extremely high value on human life. And the key is to get it extended to all human life, not just our own individual human life. And that out of the Hebrew tradition and in the Christian tradition of Western civilization, there is this absolute valuing not only of the individual human being, but the absolute valuing of our species. And the entire discussion that's going on here tonight having to do
I don't know who's whispering, but it's fascinating.
with reaching out to extraterrestrial intelligence, etc., has to do with the place of our species in the future of the universe. And I believe that if we can show that we are capable of self-consciously redirecting our extraordinarily aggressive self-survival mechanisms into expanding out to protect our entire human family, and at the same time not become hostile to potential extraterrestrial civilization, we will have earned our place at the galactic table. I believe that what we're talking about here is the process of our becoming what it is that we need to become collectively in order to survive. In order to not only survive, but in order to succeed in taking our place among the galactic civilizations.
Well, what he's basically saying there is we're in the food chain, baby doll. There's Dr. Gary Nolan. Yes, he responds to the Pentagon in finding no evidence of aliens. None. None. We didn't find anything. We looked under everything. We didn't find anything.
My sources inside of Arrow tell me that there was a lot of pressure to rush this report out with preconceived conclusions.
I believe that.
And that folks on the inside were unhappy with the narrative being pushed. And the DNI was also unpleased at this point, post it coming out, because they weren't even given the chance to vet this in the way that they thought it should have been. So, when you've got a report that's pushing an agenda,
I just decided I'm going to make mozzarella sticks after.
agenda that, other than following the evidence, they
The mozzarella sticks, don't they sound good right now?
Yeah, those are good.
basically push what it is their objective is. You've really got to wonder, what are they trying to hide? I mean, this is, they don't even compare to the 2023 and 2022 reports, which were, of course, reports of things that are different than this is a historical context. But they don't even give any of the numbers of what it is that they were covering over the last 40 years, right? So there's...
It was a nothing burger. They gave you nothing in that Pentagon AARO report. It was a joke.
Lack of detailed data, no geographic breakdown, no info on shapes and sizes are the kinds of things. They didn't define the criteria by which they were going to be coming to their conclusion. So, if we want to get to the bottom of this, we need transparency, objectivity, and a willingness to follow the data where it leads. And the 2024 report fails on every account.
Now, when you say sort of disappointment on the inside,
Facts.
do you mean within Arrow? The
Within
people
Arrow,
working
this
in
is
Arrow?
from people within Arrow. Yeah, I mean, that place is not a locked.
Yes, no, the people on the inside, there was a lot of leaks that this came from the leader of this organization, Sean Kirkpatrick. So now he's out. They got a new one in, just pushing it down the line. Would you like to know what the alien agenda is? Or what at least Phil Schneider says it is from 1996? Keep in mind, grain of salt with all of these.
I'm going to casually mention to you something that's very scary indeed, and tell you what the alien agenda is. And it's going to sound very familiar. The alien agenda is the complete takeover of this planet, the killing off of 5, 6 to 7/8 of the world's population by the year 2029.
No, again, this was 96, so another one that put the year right near 2030. God damn, all right.
U.S. military has known about this for 45 years. They've told no one. As far as I know, I'm the only person standing before a crowd talking about the alien agenda, secretively. Okay. Back in 1954, I'll give you a quick overview. There was the created 1954 treaty where Eisenhower signed a pact with the known alien species of the time. There were 3 at the time. And said that we're going to deal in high technology, but you can take a few head of cattle and a few human beings and you can experiment on them. It's unthinkable.
Which goes along with everything we've seen, from the missing people to what the government officials have to say about it. Makes sense. Story track.
It's stuff straight out of the Nazi death camps, and I'm kidding you not. It's plain BS.
But yes, that is the case. Then we have some leaders that owe some accounting. And I'd like to show you something. In any language, DJ Electrify. Whoosh, whoosh. Shoop, shoop, wee, wee.
자, 여기. 그런데 이때 지금 보셨어요? 슝 보셨습니까? 슝. 이래서 나는 소리가 아닙니다. 이분 가만히 있잖아요. 슝. 너무 빨라서 잘 안 보이지도 않으셨죠? 자, 이거 말이죠. 슈퍼 슬로우 모션으로 촬영한 장면인데 이렇게.
Say it with me, DJ Electrify. Shung. That means alien in Korean. Yes. All right. We are to the real or fake section of the night. Is it real or is it fake? Let's find out. This first one is 100% real and scary. Stabilized image. What is that? It's an alien ship. It shouldn't float like that. All right, hold on. Let me get to the chat and put in a 1. What was your vote on that one, DJ Electrify?
I think that's real. That's a 1.
What's up next? All right, these family was at a beach. I want to say this is in Turkey, somewhere over there, and all of a sudden these things pop out of the ocean. They're not submarines. What are they? And then they disappear. They just pop out of the ocean. And then it starts to shrink back into the ocean. What are you?
Algo raro que vemos ahí, pero no se aprecia qué es lo que es. Pero tenemos
This looks like a book floating on the water.
Oh, they say it's an underground base right off the coast.
It's not very far off the coast, though.
No. Well, what the fuck is it? Makes no sense. I've lived by the beach forever and I've never seen anything like it. And it vanishes completely. I just didn't want to take the time to watch it. That one I don't know. I don't know if that's like a 1.5.
Yeah, that one I'm thinking fake.
All right, this is out in the middle of the ocean. In the middle of the ocean. There is no land for 1,000 miles in either direction, and we have ourselves a Tic Tac.
Versailles of the sea.
Gone. That one's hard. It's so far away, but a lot of people think, oh, they're only near military installations. Oh, they're, no, that's in the middle of the goddamn ocean. There was 2 more that were filmed. I believe this is in Spain. This glowing thing is a thing. This is not the greatest one, but I wanted to introduce it for the glowingness of it. Like, what would that look like at night? Probably pretty glowing, right? Yes. Remember that. File that one away. All right. Do you remember the Go Fast video?
No.
The Go Fast video was released by the military about 5 or 6 years ago. And they're like, oh my God, look at that thing go. It's a Go Fast. But we've never seen the beginning of it, but it was just released. And guess what?
What?
It was underwater. It started underwater before it was above. So here, watch. The first part will be the video we got. initially. The second part will be what we just got. So this is the Go Fast video. Does this look familiar to you?
Yes.
It's just this thing flying across the ocean that they started tracking. Like, what is that? It's going super fast. Well, here is the video before we got that video, and it is very clearly underwater. It's a USO, unidentified submerged. There is nothing that we have that goes underwater and in the air like this other than a missile. This was no missile. So, are you ready for something really scary? Now that we've seen the capabilities and the lights, imagine this is you. You notice this thing above your car. It's following you and you live in the woods, so it scares the shit out of you. So what do? You jump out of your car and you run away. Then you turn around and you film your car. What's going on? That's what happened. Getting out of the car. Now they're back, watching the thing above them. Now the thing is above your car. Now this thing is scanning your car. Remember the glow I said from the other ones? The same glow, just at night. Just above your car, you know, no biggie. I'm sure everything's okay. Oh, there's our car. I'm sure everything's okay over there. Oh, no, that's not good. Oh, no, it's scanning the car. Do you see the scan, DJ Electrica? How would you fake that?
I don't know.
Back when this is impossible. And look at that fly away, exactly how it's described. It's like a tumbling.
That's crazy.
And then here's a close-up of the scan. I mean, it's a pretty elaborate fucking hoax.
But if the people are outside of the car, why is their lights on?
Because they left the car lights on when they ran out of the car because this thing was above them.
Oh.
They literally, that first thing they did was abandon the car.
That's a one.
Yeah, that's why I said scary. That one, the silence of that one, it scans your car. Like, if you really try to wrap your mind around being abducted, it has to be the scariest thing ever. All right. Did you know there is a place in Mexico where they think that there's underwater UFO bases? They call them USOs. And they say, here, let's read. A friend of mine works on an offshore oil rig in Mexico. Its exact location redacted for anonymity. The locals in the area believe there's an underwater USO base that exists there. They say that ever since the aliens arrived, there has been no hurricanes and that they're grateful because they used to get hit every year. Last October, the non-human intelligence just showed up and allowed these photos to be taken. I see one pic of a triangular craft and two pics of a saucer. One of the most amazing I've ever seen. What do you think? Are these man-made craft or do they belong to the underwater NHI bases? What do you think? DJ Electrify, here, those are the pictures. Now imagine being on an oil rig in the middle of the fucking water and you see the sky above you. This. So the triangle one. So you're just taking pictures on a totally black night. No, what is that? No, what one's that? Can we get a close-up of that one? No, that's not good. Anyway, and then this is another shot from under the oil rig. Those are two lights out in the distance where they don't know what they are. They just light up every once in a while under the water, and they're not lights, not clouds, not the sun. Under the water. So there's some sort of base there. Whether it's human or not, who knows? But no hurricane has breached this area since they've arrived. Are you ready for some light reading? All right. General Gregory M. Gula, who took over as NORAD Northcom commander on February 5th, 2024, appearing before the U.S. Senate Armed Services Committee on March 14th, said, I've gone into the events at Joint Base Langley. Yes. Have you heard that there was a swarm of drones hanging out over NORAD and Langley?
No.
They don't know where they came from. They're like, oh, there's all these drones over our military. That's interesting. Anyway, and to see where NORAD, two more. This emerging unmanned craft capability outstrips the operational framework that we have to address it. Basically saying we don't know what the fuck these things were. And they were over our military installations for weeks. There was nothing we could do. So can we find out what that is, please? Please. The mysterious drone swarmed Langley for weeks.
That's crazy. Why don't they shoot them down?
It's an Air Force base. They have to be ours. Like, they don't have any other explanation, then they have to be ours. God damn, I want mozzarella sticks.
Make them.
All right, folks. The jig is up. I'll probably get my channel taken down for this. Disappear off the planet. Why is AI being pushed down our throat? Why are we being allowed to experience being able to create things that should cost us thousands of dollars? This is why. There is not a secret anymore. They are prepping this for their bunkers, and here is the proof. Are you still unaware why AI is being developed now? Why is it open source, and why the main player has now closed it? You still can't see the urgency? You really think that this is meant to create the golden age for everyone? It's already known. But you need to connect the dots. In 2016, an article by Sam Altman, Manifest Destiny, you will read about how billionaires are preparing for something, how they are building bunkers, and how Sam even predicted we're not going to say that word. Douglas Rushkoff wrote an entire book about how when they are prepping for the apocalypse, and yet he was still not able to see what is happening. Somehow his ego is blinding him from seeing the truth. He mocks the powerful billionaires who call him for guidance on how to survive the apocalypse better. In the article about this, titled, The Super Rich Preppers Planning to Save Themselves from the Apocalypse, Douglas even mentions that one of the billionaires proposed that instead of humans, they should consider robots as workers and gods. Of course, this sounded ridiculous in 2020. Well, how about now? What about this robot developed by BMW and OpenAI? Are you still laughing at them? Did you really think that AI was going to replace all the workers and what everyone would stay home receiving what Elon Musk calls universal high income? Did you really think they would bridge the gap between the rich and the poor with this open technology for everyone? Did you really think that was happening? Here's the quote. Some kind in return for their survival. Or maybe building robots to serve as guards and workers if that technology could be developed in time. And it continued, that's what he was quoting. So when you start thinking about AI, folks, why are they giving it to everyone? They've never done that before. Oh, it's not because they want to create a bigger AI knowledge base. They're creating robots. The future when we're not there. DJ Electrify.
Yes.
That's my theory anyway. What do you think of that theory?
So you think that them having us use AI is creating robots because we're teaching the AI by using them?
Thank you.
That's
Thank you,
mind
Rachel.
blowing.
Yes. Rich do not give away things.
No.
So when we think, and they have made China the enemy, right? Oh, China's gathering your information. Oh, or Facebook's gathering your information. Oh, with what point? Right? Like China and Facebook, like it's in their benefit to have us be good customers and not be wiped off the planet. This other group, I think they want to wipe us off the planet.
Hmm.
But I have an announcement. Would you like to hear my announcement?
Yes.
I am running for president of the United States. And I have one issue. If you're a one-issue voter, vote for the demon. And here's my one issue. No apocalypse bunkers. No, you die with us, motherfuckers. We systematically outlaw and bury in all the apocalypse bunkers and put all them in a jail very high in the sky. You gotta die with us. You can't get away, Oprah. Mark Zuckerberg, no. You must go out with us. You must go out with us. Hackride 2024. What do you think, DJ Electro? Do I have a chance?
I think not. But it's a good shot. I mean, go for it.